I know you're all going to be very disappointed about this news, but this is the very last game of the day. It is Alliance versus Odium. Game 3, the draft is already underway, so we're going to head on in there. It's a Weaver first pick. What?
That's what matters.
Did they cut the analysts?
Yeah, this is actually the analysis now.
They probably went home or something.
Throwing water
honestly.
on the Weaver.
Maybe they had shift problems or something, so they're like, we'll just have the casters cast it.
Huh.
Anyways.
Should we just stop talking and watch this? I mean, I don't know. So,
Weaver first pick, tiny silencer counters.
Yes.
Instead of, what was the counters last? Silencer.
We'll never know.
I don't remember. I have a short-term memory problem. Not really. It was Earthshaker instead of Tiny.
Okay, so this is more lane. Oh, Earthshaker's banned. That's why. That's their substitute.
That would be.
Other rock-based stunning burst hero, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, did Weaver win that? No, Weaver lost that game. I'm losing a little faith in Weaver, in my boy Weaver. He's being picked first phase a lot. Maybe that's part of it. That there's always reaction picks, and I guess he's safe because he's just he can honestly lane anywhere.
Yeah.
Except for he's not great mid, but can work.
5 seconds
I don't know.
remaining.
He seems like one of those cores who like is really good, and because of that, he's not OP, so he doesn't get banned. But he's so frequently picked up that everyone knows. Like, everyone has good experience at being able to deal with that hero by now.
Yeah, and they picked the right heroes for the moment. So what's curious to me as well is that, they let the silencer through again. Banned out Wraith King, Bloodseeker, Earthshaker. Thinking Earthshaker was bigger, more so the problem, which is probably fair, because once Lil got a Blink Dagger, even before then, he was doing stuff constantly. But now that they let the silencer through, now they're playing against it, what's going to be the solution? I'm excited to see how they try to deal with that. So I really don't know what it'll be. Because it's not Weaver. Weaver does not counter the silencer. Are you enjoying the hose, guys? Or okay.
I mean, I'm watching him try and like water the Tiny and the dead tree he's carrying.
Can't grow rocks like
I'm
that.
also really wondering like where the hell is everybody? Like, are they playing commercials right now? Like Twitch commercials or whatever? Yeah, Twitch commercials and.
It looks like a talent staffing issue to me. It's almost like they, and the worst part is their hours are reasonable, although it is a Saturday, where they just like, peace, gonna go clubbing.
Gotta get my Saturday night fever on.
Eva brought tickets. We're going out tonight.
Never know. So Enigma is followed up. Oh, they're back. They're back. You missed the transition. Okay.
10 seconds.
Oh, Rob doesn't want to show them on screen.
Okay.
5 seconds remaining.
But Enigma.
Rob said they're.
What?
Nothing.
I am so tired.
I was gonna say Rob said they're ugly. Obviously,
take
Rob
this one,
didn't say
Kev, I
that.
can't.
Nor are they ugly.
I have been awake for.
Maybe that was a rude
I
thing to
literally
say.
have been awake for like 14 and a half hours
Yeah.
by now.
What time did you wake up?
1:30 a.m.
Damn, dude, why'd you wake up so early?
Well, we had to be here by like what, 2?
Yeah, I missed that memo.
That's right, you were late. No, I woke up I don't remember. It was at 2, right?
We had to be here at 3 a.m.
3?
Yeah.
Okay, but I woke up at like 1:30 to maybe it was like 1:45 or something.
Yeah, that's actually true. I woke up at 1:45 too. 15 minutes to shower, make sure I get out the door.
Yeah.
Be here 10 minutes early.
15 more minutes. Yeah, it's been a long day.
It has been a long day.
So with that said,
with that excuse being made,
I just wanted to really clarify why I'm barely saying anything. It's because my brain does not work well on 4.5 hours of sleep, and it's just a heads up. Anyways, Silencer Enigma, extremely good team fight. Maybe another way to make Enigma better late game too, because there's just more coverage. That Global Silenced, I'm safe. Like, he knows that if he fights anywhere in the early game, there's no way that he's going to get Black Hole interrupted, unless there's like I don't know. Ranged bash. Maybe a ranged hero will buy a basher, you know?
I'm glad you pointed that out because my brain is also working slow, and I was like, Enigma, like sure you midnight pulse over the cold embrace target or
10
whatever, but I was like,
remaining.
didn't we earlier have Wyvern be good versus Enigma because it's a BKB
5
piercing
seconds.
disable?
That's true.
But as you said, Silencer covers that weakness, right? It's like unlikely Wyvern's going to be so farmed he has a Lotus Orb at like 35 minutes, you know?
I could definitely see that, though. Most Wyverns have been pretty impeccable at getting items. Maybe it's just because Wyvern is being played really well right now, but 90 GPM at 10, Splinter Blast waves constantly,
Yeah, that's true.
participate in team fights, and you have lots of ways to be wily, stay alive, fly over trees, cold embrace yourself, worst case, Winter's Curse a guy. But a tree pickup as well. And tree is certainly one of the best Enigma counters, outside of when Global Silence is in the game, because you can just be anywhere in the area. Like you know when that new Enigma set came out? I queued for a game with some friends. I think we're playing ranked. Run into an AUI stack. I was like, son of a bitch. Whatever, pick Enigma. Naturally, it got counterpicked. And this treant just like sat in, just waiting. Here comes my really shitty black hole. Instantly countered. It was like a one-man black hole, man. Just let it go, you know? Give me a moment. I just got this set. Took it all away from me. So it's very good at that. If you play around Global Silence at least.
Yeah, I mean, what's better than a BKB piercing disable? A BKB piercing AoE disable. So BKB and Lincoln's, both are not going to be able to save your poor black hole.
It's true. Although Tree is definitely a hero that's not going to be able to farm like a Global Silence, Lotus Orb, some kind of thing.
Arc Warden, huh?
All right, this is definitely a Quake hero, though. It's like micro heavy, super high farm, literally Quake fun in a nutshell.
Yeah, they paid Lone Druid mid, right?
Recently?
Yeah. If it wasn't yesterday in your game, then it had to be in the
10
major
seconds
qualifiers.
remaining.
Okay. That sounds fun.
5
Doesn't
seconds
sound very
remaining.
good against Bounty Hunter. If they would have done that, I don't know if it influenced it or not. But the Arc Warden pick this game feels relatively good because he's going to be able to farm a BKB at a relative good pace. Guess getting Black Hold would be a little scary. Tiny as a burst here is a little scary, but like there's actually not that much damage threat on Odium right now. Team fight's fantastic. They've got Bounty Hunter to push their team in a good trajectory,
Radiant
but
team ban.
outside of that, damage-wise, it's not fantastic.
Feels like they're going to have a bad laning phase, too. From my perspective, anyway, like Wyvern and Train Protector, I think, are some of the best supports for laning phase right now.
Yeah, that's true. Even like Bounty Hunter can, but in the right lanes, Bounty is going to do a ton of damage against anybody that he shows up against,
10
except for maybe like
seconds
Tree
remaining.
with Leech Seed, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I feel like we just
5
never see Bounty
seconds
either.
remaining.
But they feel like this is the game, I guess,
Radiant
against.
team
But I guess Tree Weaver, right? Track is amazing. Even against
Yeah.
Arc Warden, it's not bad. Maybe that's what they're aiming to play around with. That they lack disable in some ways. That these teamfight heroes will get bigger and bigger items with the track kills.
And Tiny's such a great combo with the Bounty Hunter in that he's like a hero that offers solo kill potential.
10 seconds
You could just
remaining.
Bounty Hunter scouts out a Arc Warden jungling. Tiny rolls along,
5
blinks in,
seconds remaining.
wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
And this actually could be a Tiny carry this game. Normally I'd say hell no, but with track movement speed, that's literally what Tiny's missing to be a semi-viable carry right now, in my opinion. He's got armor, he's got status resistance, he's got the damage. Yes, the tree grab has a delay, but cooldown, but the movement speed is the biggest issue, that you're running around at like 335 for almost all the game. But if you just get a free like 16 to 18% or 20% movement speed from Bounty Hunter track, that goes a long ways towards helping you stay on the back line and kill the Arc Wardens that are trying to run away, for example. So I could see that maybe be what they're going with here. So with the Brute pickup, very common Lotus Orb carrier, one against Silencer. I do actually see Brew against Silencer pretty often, I feel like. Just because, like, laning-wise, it's
10
really easy
seconds
matchup.
remaining.
Like,
Yeah.
you're high HP, you have some evasion, he can't defend himself well.
5
If you,
seconds
like, clap and
remaining.
split, that guy's dead almost every time. Feels like. And maybe in these team fight circumstances, Brew's going to help a lot, because if they're posturing for a fight, and there hasn't quite been a silence yet, if you throw anybody in the air during global silence, then that person also can't benefit from the global silence being there, I would argue.
Lions just played an Animage game, right? In the ESL qualifier. So instead, they're the ones who are going to be Animaged, and we just saw this matchup as well in our previous series, right?
But that was a all-in push kind of a thing, wasn't it? Was it that one, or was it the different one?
No, that was the Necronomicon all-in push against Animage.
And it was the Magnus AM, so
Yeah,
a little different.
Magnus. Sure.
You could argue same kind of teamfight features with Enigma, but AM definitely decent against Arc Ward, and I'm sure Quakeva is not going to go for some like all-in Necro 3 thing. This will probably be a longer game. Animage versus Weaver. Late game is certainly good too. Good against Wyvern. It's okay against Brew.
I don't know. I'd be down for Necronomicon build this game. Because for me, if I look at those last 4 heroes, none of them deal well with just in-your-face push-out, right? The supports don't have any nukes.
Okay.
The cores don't have any nukes. They have no real good like AoE clear. Like Tiny's the only one. I'd be down for it.
Until Battle Fury, of course. And then
Yeah.
once you have Battle Fury, if you haven't won the game, the Necros start becoming shit, I would say.
Yeah, but how much, like, if they're pushing it to tier 3, like, how likely is it Animage is going to be free to kind of walk up and right-click some necro minions?
Do they even need Necro to take towers? Why not just get, like, Treant Meteor Hammer or something? Is that unreasonable?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's
Like,
unreasonable.
give the Weaver a Dragonlance, slap a tower, maybe get a Deso. It's actually
Yeah.
a really good Deso game, this game. Give him a Deso, a Dragonlance, everyone sit back, wait for the right moment, Magnetic Field them, hit towers. I don't know, I'm just not sold on the Necros right now as an all-in push thing. It feels a little limited to me. But maybe I'm wrong. Could spot bounties with it.
Yeah. Hey, guys. How's it going?
As you can tell, we're a little tired.
This is full slouch mode, as we were talking about
No,
earlier
it
today.
is not full.
It's not yet.
Come on, we can full slouch mode. This is
Yeah.
gotta like you can't even support your arms, dude.
Slouch with me,
Really
Kevin.
get
You
it.
kind of are though. No.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, I'm gonna watch the Dota
If
game.
Caitlin is watching, she's going to be very cross with us about our posture.
For good reason, setting poor examples.
Yes, kids, sit up, drink some water, and
push-ups.
prepare yourself for Game 3 of Alliance versus Odium. Like that hype up? Yeah.
That was good.
Feeling the energy now, aren't you? Insania with the early Nature's Guys. Now, I will say, Odium did not go for the early Quelling Blade, cut down all the trees play, which I am a big fan of. But if you do that, and then a tree walks to lane, and he just has the 0-4-4, he goes the 0-4-4 build, then you're going to feel a little silly. So,
It is fun to cut down all the trees though.
it makes a Nature's Guys Train Protector first feel really bad. See, this is exactly what I did as the tree. When I was talking about that situation, I wrapped around with my Nature's Guys. I was like well-positioned for the bounty rune. They didn't even fight me. And that's, it looks like, what Odium's going to be doing as well. Lions are going to try and take over. Oh, Slayer is going to try and sneak it. Sneak it, sneak it, sneak it, sneak it. Animate snuck one. I don't know who grabbed them because the messages aren't there.
We did see the gold
Odium got 3.
spice going into the air.
Oh, yeah.
Gold spice?
It just like blew into the wind. It was like if you're picking up gold dust, like some of it flies in the air, lost forever.
Yep.
Speaking of that, great tangent. Interesting fact I learned in a science class once that gold's decay rate. I don't know if it's significant or not. Anyways, gold slowly goes away. It's kind of cool. You can do math on it, figure out like how much of your gold is going to, because it's based on weight, right? So like decays off and then it gets slightly less heavy.
So don't invest.
Really?
Never invest in gold. Probably. Fluctuates, guys.
Like, how serious of a decay rate are we talking? It can't be that serious
It
if it's
is.
being used for...
It was literally 10 years ago that I heard that in the class, so it's probably not the best for me to
Insania's
give
in
more
trouble.
specifics.
He can't get the Nature's Guys fast enough. He's taking too much damage. Naive blinks forward and gets the first blood.
Fairy Fire almost pulled it through. And that way on that hero, it actually feels like a good item pickup. Because you know that once I'm invis, I'm probably safe anyway. So most support's probably not worth the Fairy Fires, but definitely for him.
Yeah. Enigma, meanwhile, is solo in that bottom lane, but for good reason. He can pull the lane back thanks to the Eidolon denies. And the Tiny, threw down the sentry, spotted Slayer for a moment there. The Tiny is mid lane matchup against the Arc Warden, which I imagine isn't the worst. We'll see. Boxy, Slayer's trying to get in front of him, does get a lot of damage on him thanks to that Shadow Walk hit that he got.
It's out of regen though, so he's pretty much done the lane. Oh, they're gonna go for Boxy maybe.
Boxy, last word hit, will bring him down to about 80 HP. Lil takes a lot of damage in return. We're gonna watch Koifa in multiple angles here, pick up a double damage rune. Slayer goes and suicides into the tower, just a reset, come back full HP, full mana. No problem with that whatsoever.
Ooh.
Sania still not level 2, so didn't have that extra bit of nuking power he needed to be able to get the kill on the Silencer. Now Boxy is quite low.
I'm surprised he didn't blink for that one. Surely that one was kill potential?
Yeah.
It's a little scary though, because if you blink aggressively there, aggro enemy creeps, and they turn on you, there's definitely a chance of dying. Maybe at a stick or something too. No, did not. Maybe he's just afraid. Or a coward. I should have said coward, that would have been better.
A naive coward. That does not sound like somebody I want with me on an adventure. But he's been doing great work for Odium so far.
Bounty Hunter is not felt super strong so far, in my opinion.
He just got like that one kind of early kill for them, but hasn't won the lane convincingly for a tri-lane.
He just doesn't really trade super well anywhere. And even like Arc Warden, I like what he's doing. He's actually just putting like a spirit in the river. It's really obnoxious to deal with this sometimes when you want to gank this guy, even if you come into smoke. He just knows if you're there.
Yeah.
Because the walking paths are going to be interrupted.
Does manage to slow down Boxy, gets that kill, and Sania couldn't get there with a lead seed fast enough to give him the helping hand he desperately needed.
But he does create space for anti-mage finally. He's been focusing a little bit on this tri-lane shortly, but it's the right thing to do, because otherwise AM's going to get bullied too much by Tree in the brew.
Tree is, Tiny is 19-8 compared to the Arc Warden 12-1. So yes, Arc Warden did almost bring down the Tiny earlier, but it is an early CS lead with the Tiny boy. Going to be able to get the lead seed onto Naive. Couldn't get the punch fast enough though, so he blinks back. You can see exactly as you said. Once the Bounty Hunter kind of leaves lane, gives a lot of freedom to Brewmaster and Dream Protector to start bullying that anti-mage.
All they need is levels anyways, and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
He does pick another Nature's Guise up, though. I'm kind of a big fan of getting like 2 Leech Seed just because it doubles the damage and the heal and all, but this does give them more disable duration, which means more punches on the AM.
Yeah.
So definitely more important for now.
Bounty Hunter rotated into the mid lane. At that time, Arc Warden was picking up the rune at bottom, I believe, and now he rotates between the tier 1 and tier 2, doesn't find anything there, doesn't get to this bounty rune spawn time as 5 minutes comes up, so Slayer just seems a bit off on all his rotations so far.
Ready to rest more, though. Got him.
Last word on Insania 2 with Naive trying to chase him down. They turn around, get the Leech Seed onto Naive, slowing him down. Boxy's going to get a lot of right-click damage in. Good body blocking in from Lil. Absolutely necessary to make sure Naive stays alive.
You know, I'm now realizing that Lil's not the one playing the Bounty Hunter. Isn't that typically the hero that he played in the past?
Yeah.
Apparently, Slayer must have a really good bounty or something. Silencer doesn't feel like a typical Lil hero, but he can make it work. Gank is coming back, maybe.
Leech Seed on Naive to force him to blink away, but Boxy's taking a lot of damage from just these supports. Slayer tries to go for it. Shadow Walk hit. Oh, he stopped to actually hit the clap, and that might have actually gotten him killed. Slayer is going to die in return, though.
I feel like he was dead anyways, though, because he still had Curse of the Silent on him.
Yeah.
So it's like pretty decent chance he still dies to Curse, and then he doesn't get a spell off. So I think it was the right choice. Arc Warren disconnected. Okay. I was not expecting it to be him. Oh, why is there an Aqua on the ground?
A quick pause so we can survey the map.
Dude, this was...
While we're paused, some chatters say that normal gold isotope is really stable, and it takes like millions of years to decay.
Okay.
So I
That's
just
it? Just I'm completely wrong, is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm just saying that chat thinks you're wrong. I trust
Chad
you.
don't know
I'm probably
shit.
way wrong. I'm probably
I
completely
personally trust
misinforming
your
people.
misinformation. They just don't. That's all.
Okay, yes, I'm just completely wrong.
And we're back.
I'm sure that's the first wrong thing I've said today.
Listen, Kevin was thinking more in the lines of as we start achieving immortality as a human race.
Exactly.
My bad.
I was talking on the long term, millions of years.
I have trouble
Duh.
So if you plan on being immortal, don't put your money in gold.
Yes.
Solid investment.
Definitely
Like,
Facebook.
Solid
in Facebook.
investment advice for vampires. Thank you, Kevin. Double flux on Ox, double spark wraith as
Oh,
well.
sick.
Slayer, though, Invis sits next to him to get the flux off of him. Smart. A real smart. Ghostic does not have his level 6. Never fear, Mickey. You have done an appropriate amount of damage to this Enigma's progression in levels and might be able to get him killed as the Wyvern was actually sneaking around behind the Tier 1 tower. And look at him. Taiga's just making sure that Mickey is the one to get the last hit. What a bro.
You guys still thinking about gold isotopes?
No.
I am moderately.
I am
all
now.
right, so my
Lil?
we'll talk about it later.
Ensnared up, hit by the clap, and that means he is dead.
So I have a feeling it was like my chemistry class. We had like a question that was like, if it was this many years, how much gold would be missing? It was like a question like that.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was like. And then I just stupidly
You
assumed that it
ignored
was like,
the years and
I
years.
feel like this is what they said based on the question, but it was probably just like a fun topic for the question because the material is valuable on a weight basis.
Spark Wraith and any slow. Ugh.
It's a nice sound. It's the sound I'm thinking about when I fall asleep in approximately an hour and 20 minutes.
God, I hope not. You're going to be driving at that point, Kevin. You still
Dep-
got to go home.
Depends how fast I drive home.
That is one thing. Driving here in the morning, whew.
It's
I was
fast, right?
cruising down
Yeah.
the highway.
Yeah, dude. And the crazy part, like that's the dead part of highway driving, and it's still a little hairy once in a while.
Yeah.
Where there's still occasionally times there's like 4 lanes, and there will be 4 cars parallel just based on their speeds. Driving here, man.
California. Knows how to party.
What?
Yeah, you're right.
Nobody got that reference? All right.
I don't. What?
California love, baby.
It's another like old song that I can't relate to because I don't listen to music super often.
Koipa
Yeah.
gets double ganked by Bounty Hunter and the Tiny, but at least gets a kill out of it post-mortem.
Did it look like he body blocked him? I mean, he was probably dead anyways, but it doesn't matter. Let's move on.
Maybe he was trying to position himself to get the Spark Wraith to spark onto him rather than Bounty Hunter or something. Insania catches Lil as he tries to go for the pull here. Really good timing. Might be able to get the kill solo. Lil turns and fights him. Does have Naive on his way, and that's a big reason why now Insania is under the Sentry Ward, but as he moves over to the side and goes invis, no longer spotted, now goes back under the Sentry, realizes it, goes, uh-oh, I gotta get out of here. But the Galling Blade, they can cut down this tree, and all of a sudden Insania, he's gonna lose trees to work off of here.
Oh, pimp level observing right now.
Well played, but not enough to be able to get the kill. Slayer got dusted up. What was he doing over there?
Why were there 3 heroes there? Is the real question.
That is a big question. Insania healing up off the leech seed. Not enough to get the kill onto Lil, though. But he's going to keep going. 2 seconds till his next leech seed. He can pop the mango. Turn around. Lil got in range because of that. He turned around to curse. It's a slow tree. Why, Lil? don't curse the trees. Trees are our friends.
I mean, that was a mango loss. I mean, that's probably what he's thinking.
Value. Yeah, I don't know why Lil's playing Silencer, because the Silencer is not having a good game, and I don't think of Lil playing heroes that don't have good games.
But the timing of his global silences may or may not be amazing.
Well, let's hope he gets that level 6 then.
Haven't seen Ghost Echo yet. 0, 1, and 0. He's even got a mantle. That's actually the one hero that should have a mantle of intelligence every game. Because it fits right on him. He's already wearing a mantle. Look at his,
We're going
look at his picture.
We're
Look at his
just
picture. And an Invoker. Invoker should definitely have a mantle of intelligence.
I don't care about ghosting. Mickey almost dies, and all I can think right now is about what you just said, Kevin. Insania does manage to get a good overgrowth onto Slayer, which will ensure that kill. 2 end up dying there on Odium, and they lost their black hole. I literally put a lot of thought into that mantle of intelligence, Kevin. I was really thinking about it. I was like...
You thought it would be deep? That was surface level.
I was like... I literally thought... I was like, wait, does mantle go into something other than null talisman? Because there are other heroes that go null talisman. And then you drop that on me.
It
not
just,
wrong, though.
it just looked nice.
I mean, he is wrong, because there's multiple other heroes that have mantles.
Is under attack.
Rubik,
Oh, that's true.
Invoker.
That's true. It's basically like the frilly part of a cape.
Yeah.
And many interiors wear capes, believe it or not.
They all want to be superheroes. Mickey finds Slayer. Well, actually, it's Insania. Found Slayer, dusting him up.
Interesting place to be.
13-6, 1,000 gold lead for Alliance. So we're going to go check out that attempted black hole. Good thing I actually didn't see half of this fight, so.
Then that's how it happened, folks.
How did we just skip forward in time?
Oh, they wanted to show how close Weaver was to dying, and they were like, oh, this initiative, no. Skip forward.
All right. Tiny's getting damage on that mid-tier 1 tower right now. He's got a haste rune, so he knows it can't really be caught too easily. After all, they've only got 2 stuns. Well, 3 if Brewmaster pops his ultimate. Tree playing in that offlane. Looks like he's found the Enigma. We're going to follow top lane where Ox is going to be able to toss these heroes together, trying to get the damage on the Boxy. Doesn't have the mana or the cooldown for Primal Splits. They try and blow him up with the Mana Void, and they do get him with the Tree Toss instead. Enigma did die to that rotation from the Tree as he was trying to protect his offlane tower, but Mickey continues to poke at it bit by bit. And we'll have a Maelstrom.
No surprise there. The item that Weaver's buy, but the item that does not help them against an anti-mage. But still got to get it this game. Oh, maybe Curse Snipe on the mid lane. Got it.
Oh,
I
he did.
I actually spotted that one in real time.
Well
I
played.
don't even
Well
have
played.
to.
Oh, he had a ward inside the base. That's,
The MNT,
yeah,
if you want to call it that. The best bounty hunter tournament ever.
that is true. Oh, man, the crowd was hyped for that.
Yeah, that was a fun tournament. Okay, so Maelstrom, Dragonlance is the plan here. Bounty just doing ward stuff, completely expected here. And another Courier Snipe. No, it's a Radiant hero. Teleported out.
Checking out the wards, apparently.
I am... Okay, they're messing with vision. It's a dire courier, I think. I think it did get hit, because the tree was right under it.
Tree is on top of Naive right now. Not a hero he can kill. Not a hero he can fight for too long either. But a hero he can annoy a lot. Because no one else is going to join him. He's just creating space for Boxy to be able to take that top tower. Insania. Again. Force the rotation. Odium is actually immediately going to smoke up and go the opposite direction of this Dream Protector.
That was kind of, the Brew picked up a Helm of the Dominator too. Slightly outdated build, arguably, but super good for pushing towers. Because that's actually one of their big problems this game. actually do not have good tower hitters, especially in the early stage of the game. So I think this is why he alternated a bit in his build.
Unfortunately, they did not have the bounty hunter there for that kill, so no track. No track gold.
A wizard should always have a wand to go with his mantle.
Are you talking about the Enigma?
Yeah.
It's that time of the 3 p.m. afternoon when you've been awake for way too long. Underslept.
Been casting for
Sorry?
13 hours already?
I mean, we've been in this chair for 13 hours practically.
Yeah, we had that really lovely
We've actually been in this
2-hour break. Koifa, gotta be slowed down, doesn't have the track on him. Ox does not have the blink up yet, but he will have it soon. Living armor put onto Koifa as well as a shrine available, so they're not gonna go for that. Instead, it's gonna be Taiga, who's caught by the tiny combo. Not enough to finish him off, but with the last word silence, making sure there's no cold embrace, they do manage to get that kill. Now Koifa, Taiga just gave up his life so selflessly to be able to save you, Koifa. Why did you bring yourself back into danger like that? He does get himself killed. Maybe Mickey can finally do something for it. Gets the kill on Ox. Tries to put some damage on Lil as well. Only one of those kills will succeed.
All right. That's my analysis.
All right. All right. I got Matthew McConaughey here in the studio. All right, all right, all right.
They had ulti. Oh, that was so close. Oh, and that was perfect, dude. He overgrowth, and he has the Naruto wood thing, whatever it's called, when he blinks. So I thought the overgrowth came up and almost caught him on the little tippy toes, but nah. It was just a ninja move.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about anymore,
Is
Kevin.
that where you disappear
That
from
one
the
lost
place
me.
It's
to
when you blink. Look, see the little wood?
Oh.
Because, all right.
The
look,
leftover
you ever-
image?
You ever read or watched Naruto? So this is what you basically use some magic shit to basically
ninjutsu?
make this like piece of wood look like the actual use. So they'll like stab you in the heart and they'll see like blood come out, but then all of a sudden it'll turn into a piece of wood and your knife will be in a piece of wood. So when he blinks away, this little piece of wood hits the ground. So it kind of looks like, it's kind of like this thing. Like it's like a tricking thing.
I
And it's
never knew you were
related-
such a
and Let me
weeb.
get this. I'm not. And get this. It's related to tree because he's made out of wood.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yeah. Naruto's pretty good. That's as far as
Naruto is pretty good.
Yeah,
Out of all the anime, Naruto is the one you
seriously.
chose to watch?
I watched that when I was like 22 or something. Started reading it slowly.
Same.
I thought you
It's not that weird.
You got me.
I genuinely don't watch that much anime. It's not. I swear. I'm like, and I'm not saying like Naruto's the best anime or some shit. So don't get mad at me, anime lovers or anything. I'm like a middle of the road.
Rob's looking it up.
I play video games and once in a while watch anime person. I'm a normie here. Quit trying to shame me.
He found it on the Naruto wiki.
This is different. This is more intense.
Pick off onto the Winter Wyvern. Silencers traded off as well. Ox is going to try and chase down Boxy while it's still silenced up. Will manage to get the Malphite straight into the black hole. They are not messing around with Boxy. They do not want to let him get off his primal split. Insania goes for the overgrowth, but now he's just going to be caught as he is... He's going to be tracked up. Mickey's going to try and come in here. They actually toss the bounty hunter up in the air. It's going to be food for Mickey, though, to be able to get that kill. And Insania still survives.
Man, it was looking so good on Odium there for the last couple kills. Just track kill after track kill, but finally getting a turnaround there. But I don't think Bounty cares. He was a part of at least 3 or 4 track kills. I think. Just bought his Tranquil Boots. Dude's rich. Rob, do you have any fancy Japanese... What are you looking at?
I'm working on it.
He is looking at the top 10 most powerful wood release spells or
Wood
Jutsu.
release Jutsu and Naruto.
in Naruto.
Okay. Wow.
These are all like the high level ones, like the ultimate abilities. We're just looking for the normie everyday kind of.
Yeah, that's
just
like
fighting a guy.
literally your first class in school. You learn how to elude opponents by
So
turning
we're
a
not-
piece of wood
we're
into
not
your...
talking about top transform Buddha technique then.
What was that? Several thousand Buddha hands or something? 7,000 hands?
I sort of remember that one now.
That is going to be Taiga TPing directly into
The
3
track.
smoked heroes. And a free track kill.
I'm really glad that he has this Immortal. It really helps you be aware whether or not it was a track kill before you got it, you know? I see the gold,
yes.
you know?
Ox tries to stick around for the bounty rune, does manage to pick it up, tosses the Brewmaster backwards, gets a good avalanche on the two of them, grabs the other bounty rune, blinks out. What a man. I would have panicked. I would have run as fast as possible away from the enemy team. But he picks up both bounty runes with that play.
As long as you shift Q, man. Shift Q is the way. Rob, you got anything?
I've got something, but it's going to take me a little while to explain it.
Go.
So wait for a
God.
pause.
Don't
It'll
do-
inevitably happen.
Don't do. Yeah, all right, next pause. We got a pause. I'll pull it up. That was way too long for you to start. I was interested.
That is 4 paragraphs on the
I'm
screen.
tired, but I'm not crazy.
Tier 1 tower off lane is going to fall. Boxy rotating to protect his own towers. Insania is already set up on Ghost Stick now. He does not have overgrowth, and they can't get Primal Split fast enough. Zanny gets the tower, so they don't stop that.
Someone gets. That's actually pretty costly. He's even got 3 points in living. All right, all their towers are literally dead already, so I guess it's kind of a moot point. But
Get the bugs on Lil. Skitter, skitter. Mickey has to time lapse away, though.
he got out of there really fast. I guess they don't have global silence. I think he definitely could have killed Silencer there, right?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
He only had level 2 time lapse, so potentially he could be like mana burned and not get it off. But I mean, he's not even a basher on AM. He doesn't have Manta. Playing a little safe. It's okay though.
Taiga's having a rough game. That man is a bounty farming machine. By that, he's being farmed by bounty track kills. Not killing bounty.
It's really just not the best Wyvern game, I guess.
Yeah.
Tree's at least super tanky, but having this gap close magic burst on Tiny with the Invis scouting is just too hard for him to deal with right now.
Mickey gets the... Oh, he's going to be black holed. Ox is oh, what a beautiful Winter's Curse to interrupt that. Ghost Stick dead. As a result, they're going to be able to get a really good clap. And Naive, snagged up by Insania, won't be able to blink out of here today. Immediately turns on to Ox.
Crap.
Make sure he can't escape either. Mickey, beyond godlike double kill. Taiga, maybe having a rough game, but he makes a fight-winning play with that Winter's Curse.
Instantly turns it into a Blink Dagger, grabs the 60 damage talent. Interesting choice. Not going for the GPM, but I mean, he's already got Blink at this point. Whatever.
I can't believe he's beyond godlike, and they are just barely up in net worth.
Who is? Oh, the Weaver.
The Weaver, yeah.
Jeez, he's owning.
He's got to be careful with that. If he dies and gives that bounty up to
Like AM or something.
AM, yeah.
That'd be pretty scary. That was a nice noise.
Rewatch that team fight setup, Mickey. The one-man black hole. And Taiga TP'd in at the perfect time for it.
Rob, are you hooking me up with a GIF? I heard the beep. You've beeped now twice for the
I
record.
didn't mean to.
Oh,
Sorry, I'll...
Wood2.jpg, I see it.
Just wait till you see it.
That's something else.
It's going to nerd you out so hard.
Is that one of Kevin's side tabs that we don't want to see on screen?
Right before every cast, just wood2.jpg. I know the URL by heart by this point.
Bugs onto the animate. He gets rid of him. Fortunately for him, he blinked away from the Train Protector. Unfortunately for Taiga, he doesn't have that option with Blink.
That poor bastard. Oh, is that Enigma's going old school build? He's building a mech this game. Very interesting. I guess with the damage lackings from Alliance, it kind of makes sense.
In the river, a man is dead. That man is Tiny. But feel free to watch Insania move around the map.
They were talking about the net worth advantage.
True. Costs Primal Split, but it gives Mickey another kill on the Tiny, who is currently sitting at number 5 on the net worth chart.
Barely. It's like 200 from third. Not for long though. Okay, this is like the original Arc Warden build, arguably. Midas Maelstrom, BOTs, Rush. No Shadowblade yet, just literal AFK farm is his lifestyle.
That sounds like Koifa.
It does. Radiant Courier's killed though, that's the Maelstrom.
Loxy doesn't have Primal Split, so if they catch him... Ooh,
Or Mjolnir.
nice turn, blink. That was a living armor blocking the curse damage that allowed him to be able to blink away, I believe. And Boxy's still going to be found, though. And even worse, he's got a track on him unless a beautiful Winter's Curse comes through, as well as the living armor to be able to keep that Brewmaster alive. Insania running up into the high ground, finds Ox, turns around, Rod of Atos and Dusted immediately. Ox managed to get a nice avalanche in, but the Cold Embrace will be able to save Insania, and now Ox is taking a ton of damage from both Koifa as well as Mickey. Black Hole goes out, barely catching Mickey in the process, but he's already got his BKB out, so he doesn't take that much damage. Ghost Stick's ripped apart by all of the illusions, and Tempest double and everything coming out from Arc Warden. That is 4 dead on Odium.
And still only a 1k gold advantage despite all of this stuff that's happening. But this is basically prime Weaver that we're watching this game. Like the last 2 games, actually. Just constantly winning the laning stage, pressuring like crazy, being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
AM is still a problem for sure, and he's only going to get scarier as he picks up Manta style, and he does have Manta actually. Skipping a bash for this game, surprisingly. Queuing up a butterfly.
I guess I would applaud his attempt to deal with the
We heard that click.
the Weaver as well as the Arc Warden damage that's coming in his way, but won't those heroes stay ahead of him on items? Won't Mickey just get an MKB?
He's actually queuing up an
Or
Orchid.
a Bloodthorn?
I like it. It increases his mana pool, increases mana regen. That way if he gets burned in a fight and he doesn't have a time lapse, he can actually trickle in some regen.
Yeah.
He can start solo killing people. Once he grabs Nullifier afterwards, anybody's dying, more or less. Especially because... And he also went like Sakuchi damage, so basically like between the Maelstrom and the Sakuchi damage, he can actually push waves pretty fast. And now he's going into gank mode, basically. Which I think is a kind of a cool way to play it. I mean, it obviously helps that you're 12-0 and 6. At that point, you can do things out of your normal hero's ability, but he's pushing that in a way that will eventually become like he's just going to solo kill Enigma on the backline, without a doubt, and he won't be able to do anything to stop him. In fact, he's actually close to being able to do that right now.
Smoke up, but not really moving as a team to go do anything with this, so I guess it's just a warding smoke. Brewmaster ran into the Enigma, looks like. What do you think about that? Blink Dagger?
On who?
On Arc Ward?
I think it's great because of AM would be one aspect. He could potentially get away from black holes. It'll be faster for him to follow up on his allies' disables too.
Sure.
Like if there's an overgrowth or a catch on an AM, he can actually get there in time. I think those parts are kind of good.
Go for the high ground push already, immediately popping that primal split. Guess guaranteeing damage on the tier 3, might even be able to finish it off here. Odium gonna try and scramble forward here to defend. Tier 3's already gone, and Alliance immediately back up. Animage is trying to split push. He went for the tier 2, got it. Blinked up into the tier 3 area, immediately backed out though. Do you think Alliance are feeling pressured? Is that why they so boldly went high ground, or maybe they just realized that Odium can't fight them?
I think they just know they can pressure, based on the Weaver being so far ahead, and they had Aegis, so the position they was hitting the tower with this was really good. They could fight here though. It all depends on vision though.
Ox found a double damage. That is dangerous. Shadowblade's gonna wear out though. He's gonna run into the Wyvern, but Wyvern Taiga blinks just as the Tiny jumps on top of him. Zania thought about going for the Overgrowth. Great Winter's Curse. That's going to be a pick off on the Bounty Hunter. He sits up on that high ground. They do manage to get the Orchid onto Naive. Manta takes that off.
Mickey jumped on the gut a little bit with his time lapse, getting scared, but probably worried about Black Hole, I guess. I didn't quite see where the Enigma was in relation to the fight after the Winter's Curse, but yeah, that would be my guess, because it's not getting mana burned. And with Bounty dead for a little bit of time, they could still go high ground here. And they see Tiny mid, actually. This gives him some opening too. Maybe at Rage Barracks though. Doesn't feel like a guaranteed fight necessarily.
The temp is double and now the primal split.
Oh, that's great usage.
That is tough for Odium to fight into. So maybe melee and range max.
Okay. Gets lasted on both as well. Very close to having his relic aspect of his nullifier.
Tiny comes in, Avalanche blinks backwards though. With an Aegis on Mickey, they really can't commit to killing him. Now it's going to be Shrine as well. Alliance just raking in the gold. Again, not really getting that big of a net worth lead over Odium, as the Sandmage is doing a great job keeping himself on top when it comes to net worth, but you have to wonder how effective the rest of the team's going to be of Odium, because they've got to be much farther behind.
Like the silencer doesn't feel the same this game. It is definitely one aspect. It might just be the position in the game. Like, maybe it's just because they don't need it. That Tiny's just like blowing people up anyways, but
Yeah.
it's not exactly the
The
same.
bugs.
Oh wow, that was really close.
Wow. He has to dodge it. He will. Wow. Aeon disc for Boxy.
A wise move. That's the aim solution. Lotus Orb alone will not protect him.
Yeah.
If Lotus is active, you can still be mana burned though, right? I assume. So like you're invulnerable, and the damage.
If Aeon disc is active,
Yeah.
I believe so.
Okay.
Much like how Winter's Curse and stuff works.
Okay. Well, either way, you still got Soul Ring. It is an option. Tree is a very poor tree man.
Slayer spotted, naive, kills Boxy.
Doesn't have detection actually.
Slayer will get away.
There's a
Now
lot.
it's actually Odium who are going to go for a push, because, I mean, no Brewmaster. That's a majority of the team fight of Alliance.
That is true. Tree gonna push top just a little bit here, but likely won't do that much.
Exciting times. If they
That's-
can actually get some sort of fight here, maybe an Odium can. Oh, the blink forward, the black hole. It's actually controlling up the Weaver. They blown him up. That's a godlike kill for Naive. 815 gold. He's got to make sure he doesn't overextend himself, though. Blinks back as a double buyback. Brewmaster and the Weaver.
Cap, that Weaver was already dead by the time we got there. They do have a lot of damage, but they didn't use AM ulti.
Yeah.
Just right clicks. Black hole.
How
midnight.
did he know? Because they killed the ward.
It's probably similar timing.
Maybe, yeah, it must have.
Like the ward's gone now, but
Oh, that's going to hurt Alliance. That's going to hurt him big time. Buying back on those two cores, and now they had to go to high ground, I think, because there's no black hole, and they want something out of this buyback.
well, they can get. I mean, if they get a second Rax here, I would say it's easily worth buybacks.
Yeah, that's
play
true.
play really safe for like 7-8 minutes.
Pop the primal split. The back lines, though. We do have the Tiny who's running into some heroes here. Looks like he ran into the Arc Warden or the
caught
Tempest
somebody.
Double. Let's go over to the Shrine, baby! That's where the action is. Ox tries to get some damage in. Naive has already been orchided up. Ox is slowed down, and Mickey's going to go for him. Ox does spot him thanks to the track, but he can't really do anything to stop this. Ox is dead. Scythe the Vice now picked up for the Koitfa Arc Warden. He's going to find the immediate initiation onto Naive. Follow-up Overgrowth. Naive doesn't have the Manta. Still is going to be orchided up as well. They do manage to get the BKB blink away. Quickly gets rid of the bug, but Ghostic being chased down by Mickey as well. Not able to get the kill on Ghostic. Might be able to kill Lil. But doesn't want to overcommit, so he time-lapses back to his team. They did not get a lane of racks out of that as they intended.
Cap, where the hell are my stun bars?
I don't know.
They turned them off.
I don't know.
It's just crazy. How am I supposed to know if he uses a second hex on the anti-mage? Come on. I need my stun bars, man. it just helps in the spectating experience, without a doubt.
Got the track on him, Insania. Running over with his Blink Dagger. Could be able to get the overgrowth.
Actually caught him. It's hard to follow up, though.
Game changes a lot with the Basher on the Anti-Mage.
But it's also going to change a lot with this Nullifier. It's almost finished on Weaver. And he doesn't have buyback anyways, right? So
Yeah.
spend the money. A lot of heroes he can kill with this. Unless there's like Lincoln Spheres on somebody. I mean, I guess Anti-Mage has Butterfly, so he's hard to hit. But Anti-Mage also only has 1700 HP. It's actually quite vulnerable.
Yeah, he is. He does have the Butterfly with no MKBs on these heroes yet.
But yeah, but 3,000 gold away, and he'll have a Daedalus or
Yeah.
or Bloodthorn. There we go.
Bloodthorn.
And then Anti-Mage is gonna get blown up, I dare say.
Oh, finally the Antisk on the Brewmaster. Boy. He's been, he was pretty close when we first talked about it, and then he died. Once, maybe twice. Full out Abyssal Blade. Anti-Mage, don't give a damn. He doesn't want buyback. He don't care. He could have had it. But instead, he commits for an Abyssal Blade. He commits for the big game-winning item. Or is it going to be the game-losing item? About to find out as we are going to have Odium running into Boxy. Does manage to get the initiation immediately onto an Abyssal Blade. Bounce back. And now with the Black Hole immediately canceled by the Winner's Curse. Taiga in great position. Ghostix already dead. Ox is down to half HP as well with the Sight Device on him. The Overgrowth onto Naive after he BKB'd. He's controlled up. The second Sight Device placed onto him. He's trying to be able to get the Blink away. Does manage to get it, but Mickey is still hot on pursuit. Will be able to get some more damage. Another Blink away. He is out. Mickey cannot chase him that far. So instead, they're going to go back to Bounty Hunter, who's going to be the third death of this team fight for Odium. All three of them do not have buyback.
And the team fight was basically decided because they did an Avatos combo on the Brewmaster, and as soon as the Lotus Orb went off, or I'm sorry, the thing that gives him as soon as the Aeon Disc goes off, he Lotus Orbs himself. That reflects the Abyssal Blade onto the Anti-Mage. That buys him like 2 seconds there. And then Black Hole comes, but at that point, Winter Wyvern's able to react. So finally, finishing the Aeon Disc completely changes that fight.
Yeah.
Because it took so many spells for them to even try to deal with the Brewmaster, and most of it was counteracted by good Lotus Orb and the good Winter's Curse. Like, why does Enigma have Greaves this game, arguably? What's the purpose? Like, the enemy team looked like they weren't going to be able to do enough damage, but he hasn't gotten BKB, which is probably fine. It's still dangerous too. You could Winter's Curse literally anybody there, and it's going to pull him out of his black hole no matter what.
Yeah.
It's like I guess in that way you kind of need both, but
It's like he gave up on getting good black holes.
I
And
guess
didn't
so.
even give himself the opportunity to do so with the right items.
He would need both, though. I mean, we're
Yeah.
talking about like 9,000 gold of items to have both the Lincolns and the BKB. But if he did have it, yes, I would give him a Winter Wyvern solution. Wyvern himself, Lotus Orb, Blink Dagger. He's been set.
Would
He's
you
been
like to
playing
hear
well.
my pause tip?
Yes.
Tiny's high burst damage can be somewhat mitigated by items like Aeon Disc. We just saw that in action.
That's true.
You know what else would mitigate it?
What?
Replacing your body with wood.
Oh, tell us more about that, Rob.
A technique historically known from Japanese legend as kawarimi, which is essentially a technique possessed by ancient ninja that used misdirection and split-second timing to swap places with an object that would instead take your blow. However, since no one is actually that fast, it is presumed that you would just create a body double of some sort, like a mannequin, and then place it in an area you were running through so that when they ran through after you, they would see a body double and attack that instead of you. So it wasn't like live action switching, like you're in the middle of a fight. You just, actually, this is wood now.
Ah.
You like stab them through the heart, and they're like, "How could you?" Like it talks to you,
They
and then it turns to
and then
wood.
all of a sudden it's like, bam.
It was an illusion.
Oh,
It was a log all along.
log all along. Oh. Could you imagine fighting someone?
It's a ninja log.
Fighting with your significant other, and you're yelling at each other, and you're really passionate, and all of a sudden you turn around, they're a log. They've been a log the
Just
whole
watching
time.
TV like for 30 minutes.
Baby, that wasn't me. That was the log. I didn't call you the B word. That was the log.
I was listening the whole time. I just switched out with the log because I had to pee really bad. I swear.
So they actually think. So that actually really happened. I can't imagine they were super lifelike back
It's like an
then.
ancient lore thing.
Have you seen old carvings? People go in, man. You just
all
carve out a
all
tree.
that for
I mean, what if you're
for
fighting?
this
To
weird
live in
runaway.
combat? All that to live in battle.
What if
I
you're
mean-
fighting at night in the forest, which sounds dangerous? You could sprain your ankle, but lead them to this dangerous area.
Don't do that. Don't sprain
Lead
your
them,
ankle.
lead them to a dangerous area where you run around the corner and then you hide, right? And then there's the mannequin you set up, and then they're like, "Oh shit, here's this set of armor. That's the guy.
Yeah.
Stab it." And then they're like behind you, and then they stab you in the back, like a misdirection thing, like that.
Yes, that's precisely what we're getting at here. So if you have any mannequins around, dress them like you.
I'm sure it was just a bag of like
Leave them out.
leaves or some shit, with like,
I think that also happens in Dota. Bag of leaves switch.
oh,
Anyways, back to the game.
You know what's even better than that? Having a real person do that for you.
Oh. What's that called?
you mean
That's called having a slave, Rob.
We don't do that
well,
anymore.
you need a lot of slaves because every time they take a hit, they're one stab each, I guess.
Anyways.
Thank you, Rob. The show wouldn't be the same without your research.
It would be better.
34-20, 6,000 gold lead for Alliance. We're currently trying to kill Lil. Mickey, thanks to the nullifier, does a lot of damage to Lil, but Lil has still have the Orchid on him. He got popped.
Weaver Nullifier, it's just such a beautiful combo.
Pops the Antis and blinks away. I like that. Just forcing a little something out of him.
Both of them realizing what's happening.
And they're wrapping back in.
Oh.
Nice kill on Taiga. Now Naive just needs to make sure he gets out of here. Pops the BKB before the nullifier hits him. So he's good. Primal Split was used as well. And if you're Odium, I think you just keep it up.
Both
Try
teams
and
are,
find that initiation a third time.
they're playing pretty safe though at the moment. Both
Yeah.
of them.
They're trailing the Earth Panda. Yeah. Yeah, see him? Trying to go for
You
boxing.
can't damage him. What is this?
Track. Lotus Orb. He doesn't have an Aeon Disc anymore, so Ox is going to be able to throw a lot of damage on him, but Boxy's so tanky.
Did he dodge a Shuriken?
Oh, Naive. He got caught. He's orchid it. Scythe. Pops Manta. Blinks over to the side. He's going to be able to get a big bash. Actually, Abyssal Blade onto Mickey. That's just going to be the Aegis, though. So on his second life, Naive won't be able to have anything. Does have a nullifier placed onto him. No Orchid, though. We'll be able to get rid of the bug pretty quickly. Another blink away. Black Hole catches Mickey. Now he's going to run back in. He needs to be able to get a bash to be able to stop Mickey. He gets the bash at the right time, but Mickey is still able to get away. Winter's Curse laid down onto Ghostic. Of course, Staff trying to get him away from his fellow ally, Naive, who's immediately nullified as that Winter's Curse fades. So Naive isn't going to be able to get the BKB, but no silence. So he managed to blink himself away out of there. Ghostic is dead for 100 seconds, but Odium are not going to let down just yet. They're going to be able to find Mickey halfway through his Shikuchi. They're going to be able to stun him twice in a row, and now he's run out. Managed to get the time loss, walk away. Boxy makes the initiation onto Ox at the same time, but here comes Naive. Goes straight for Taiga. Lotus Orb on him, so he came in to go for the Abyssal Blade. Knock back at the track. Naive trying to find one of these kills, but they're all blinking just out of his reach. And their base is in trouble.
That's true. That one Rex is really paying off right now. They got it, actually. They got a free tower.
Value.
And I wouldn't be surprised if their things, their statues with witty lines, are also dead.
Are you trying to say the effigies are the
That
are
is the word that I
mannequins?
couldn't No. But that would have been smart.
I thought that was
just-
a callback.
I just literally couldn't remember the word effigy.
I was like, holy shit, that's what the effigies are there for. It's for you to run past, and then the heroes
Swap
get
out.
confused.
You're so right, dude. It's only at nighttime, though. Daytime, it's too,
Only at nighttime.
too obvious during the day.
So at nighttime, they look like real heroes to you.
Exactly.
That'd be sick.
Unless you're wearing your night vision goggles or something. Have you ever used those before?
Yes, I have.
That's what I thought.
They
I just wanted them.
suck.
Yeah?
They make it look cool in movies and stuff. They are just awful to look through. Visibility is awful.
I think I tried one on in a museum once, and it was like literally everything was green. They worked because it was a pitch black room, but yeah. I can't imagine like moving with them too.
Yeah, hiking around in the dark with them.
All right, that sounds fun.
Yeah, naive. Got to be careful. He has buyback. Who does not have buyback? The Ghostic Enigma. That's on timer.
Also
some other
ports,
heroes
basically.
on gold. Not a big deal.
Enigma's definitely a potentially impactful one. So far this game, he's literally just solo focused on black holes on the right hero, but it doesn't always really work.
He's got Ags on Animage. That could be massive. If Mickey pops the nullifier back on him or something, Ox spots him. He's going to be able to get the chain stun. Oh, he tossed the Animage up in the air. It may not matter, though. They need to be able to get the bash, the Cold Embrace, plus the Winter's Curse laid onto Ox. It's going to fade pretty quickly, and Mickey still died. He didn't manage to get up the time-lapse or anything there. Now the Primal Split going in. They managed to get the nullifier. He bopped back on Mickey. Can't afford to die here. He popped the nullifier back onto himself. Managed to get the eat cheese, though. He's going to be good. Now he blinks himself backwards. Slayer is going to be saved there for a moment, but he still ends up dying. Lil's going to fall as well. Naive comes back in, trying to get the bash onto Mickey. Ghostic's here as well. He does not have a black hole, though. He's not really going to be able to help out, and he can't afford to die here either. Mass buybacks on Odium. Alliance are going to back up, seeing that they've expended some of those resources and just play around the Roshan pit from here on out.
That's a costly Cold Embrace there. I think that was what initially interrupted and prevented Weaver from getting his ulti off. And then he kind of just, I don't know. I really thought he was going to be able to get it off. Maybe he used Orchid it or something. Maybe he used Orchid on the anti-mage, but
yeah,
didn't get his time-lapse off. That was very dangerous to buy back time-lapse, but he kind of had to do it. Otherwise, his team was going to lose that fight way more.
Oh, bottom lane. It's a Tempest double chasing down Lil.
It's pain.
Oh.
Incredible teleport. Just
somebody died. That is the Winter Wyvern dead. That is a big team fight hero. Gone for 60 seconds. Naive tries to find more.
Oh, that tower died.
That tower died real fast, but they don't want to go into the high ground. Roshan's about to spawn. Could be up any second here, so.
Enigma's actually getting into power territory now. Like, as in, like, very difficult to kill at this phase.
He's going to pick up Scythe.
Between, like, Bloodthorn and Nullifier, though, there's still so much damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could definitely still get killed. But he's actually quite close to the Scythe. About 2,000 away. Bounty Hunter doesn't really have much to look at compared to how many tracks we've seen this game either. Maybe spending all on sentries, but only a Solar Crest for him.
Yeah. This is going to be great timing for Odium, because the Weaver will not have buyback. I mean, neither will the Tiny, but I feel like the Weaver is more important. He won't have buyback during this next Roshan fight. No matter how late Roshan is, and it's actually not late at all, it's going to be in 45 seconds. So this may be the conclusion of this series here, this fight around the Roshan pit. Aghanim Scepter for the Brewmaster, that's a massive pickup. This high ground chase into the shrine area. Ghostic leading the charge here with this black hole. Box is going to try and jump onto him, manage to get the nullifier on him. Ghostic is almost going to die immediately. He does still have the Orchid on him. He should pop, and sure enough, he does. Lil's going to be the next target. He's already dead as well. Ghostic buys back, but Naive went in, got the Winter Wyvern. He's going to go for the next one. It's going to be the real Koifa. That is not a Tempest double. That's a real thing, and that thing's dead. He does have a buyback, though. Ox tries to throw up Animage in the air, missed out on Mickey, who's hoping to be able to disable. He still tried to chase him. He actually managed to get him. The Weaver chased down, looks like with the help of Bash coming out from the Animage, gets that kill. No buyback on him for 2 minutes. Odium have control of the game, have control of the Roshan pit, and they know what's up.
It looks so hard for him, too. Like, the Enigma walked in, all the smokes break, he doesn't completely know what to do, and he doesn't pop Greaves at the right time. So he's not able to defend himself fully. Or maybe it was prevented, I'm not sure. I might be wrong, but
I think he
getting
was
the kills.
effectively suiciding because he was one of the only ones with buyback available.
Okay, like tank the nukes?
Tank the initiation, yeah.
Okay.
It's an interesting idea, considering he can't really get a good black hole most of the time.
Yeah. Anti-Mage is certainly the carry this game. Give him a little bit of space and he'll make stuff happen.
They didn't go for Roshan. Naive really wanted to try and go for the high ground, but it's too tough against that Arc Warden. It seems they're going to try again here. Naive does not have a heart, so he's not healing up that quickly. Blinking in, going for Boxy. Managed to get the Abyss of Blades. Ghostic followed up. Taiga managed to get a really good Winter's Curse that grabs Naive, forces him onto Ghostic, and Ghostic will die at the last half second there. Anti-Mage's damage just a bit too much.
Did it look like he backpacked his items? I kind of did.
Think he might have.
Because the damage went down over time. I'm pretty sure he was doing the typical backpack item thing, but
yeah,
it's just too much of a boss, man.
Oh, they're going to regret it if they can't get this Roshan as a result. Naive is doing it fast, but here comes the Brewmaster split. And he's got level 25 as well, so we can just keep on spamming it. The Fire Panda's in first, going to reveal that Roshan's at half HP. Slayer's already dead, it looks like, thanks to the Aghanim Scepter, the AoE clap. Oh, the Storm Panda, he needs to get out right now. It's going to fade back into the real Brewmaster pretty soon as well. Naive needs to be able to kill. He tries to even mana void it, but it's not enough to call the brace. It keeps it alive. Real Boxing is back, and Naive has blown his BKB, stuck inside the Overgrowth. Ox is going to come in from the side, goes for Taiga, but he Cold Embrace is buying himself time while they do have the damage onto the enemy. He Scythifies Dub twice. They throw more at him. What Koifa turns his attention into Lil. Instead, it's an easier kill as Anti-Mage is able to blink himself back, so that support is dead. 3 of them gone on the side of Odium. They're going to chase down the 4th man. That's going to be Ox. He can't get away. Nullifier placed onto him. No mana whatsoever. He's going to try and go for a YOLO TP after the bonk there from Insania, but he can't make it out. Now Naive. They tried to go for the high ground push. Couldn't even get Roshan. Now he's left alone. Him against the 5-man of Alliance.
And that was the best bait target ever. All that focus going on just Brewmaster spawns, and they were very close to killing the Storm Panda. They would have had it if Taiga didn't react well, but all of that focus buys time for Alliance to show up. They weren't hitting Roshan. They also Ags reflected the Cyclone in the first place, which limited a bit what Alliance wanted to do, but it just bought them enough time for everyone to show up.
Ghostic is back. They have a Divine Rapier on Anti-Mage. Together, these two, I mean, they can wait. It's only going to be a second lane of racks. Silencers coming up. Global silence in 35 seconds, though. So they're going to try and set a trap here in the top lane. Wait for Alliance to get out of position. Boxy and Mickey keeping their distance from each other as best as possible. And only the Tempest Double is going to join them in this push. The Anti-Mage is sitting just north of them, waiting for his opportunity. Brewmaster throws his Primal Split down. They're going to be able to get this Scythe here onto Lil. Now the initiation comes, wasn't able to get the Bash or the Abyssal Blade from the Anti-Mage. He's already blown his BKB, not killing anything with it. He's going to go for the Brewmaster splits, but...
Throws him in the air.
Throw him in the air.
Can they finish it?
Nullifier placed on a Slayer. Mickey needs to try and get out of that Midnight Pulse area. 25 seconds. They do have Global Silence back up, though.
And Brew ulti will be up in a second. And with his Axe, he's got almost everything he needs while still in the...
Tempest Double comes in, tries to get a quick kill onto Slayer. Failing that, get the damage on the melee racks. That'll be Megas.
He went the Spark Rate damage down at 25. That's why they did so much.
Yeah.
It's a 630 damage nuke. It's crazy. So that's racks, or Mega Creeps.
Oh, you know what? That's such a cool idea to go the Ags on Brewmaster. Because you see what he's doing? The Storm Panda is able to throw the Drunken Haze onto the Anti-Mage, taking off his Aghanim Scepter, and then he's able to get the Yule Scepter on it. Or not the Yules, but the...
Yeah, that's good. I think he was... I don't necessarily know if that's fully why he grabbed it, because now he's backpacking the Ags, but yeah, it's a really good solution.
Tempest Double.
I mean,
beaten up by the Abyssal Blade.
If you're going to be in your ultimate the whole time anyways, it just makes sense to have Ags, because then you're getting an extra Thunderclap, you're getting the nuke, and what's the other one? The Drunken Brawler and the Fire Panda.
Yeah.
It's not terrible either.
Five-man smoke up from Alliance. Looking to be able to end this game. It's approaching the 52-minute mark right now. They've got Megas. They've got a net worth lead. Naive is taunting them, trying to get them to come into the base. Insania responds in kind. Ghostic on the front lines here. He's going to show himself. He does not have buyback. And nullified. He's dead already.
Game crashed. Oh, no. Maposhka crashed the game. JK, it's fine.
No, it's fine. And they're going for the throne right now. It's about half HP. 4 people are alive on the side of Odium right now, but a broken Animage is going to be sacrificed up. Tempest double, and Mega Creeps are doing a lot of damage to the throne, but Alliance are playing it very slow. They've already killed Ox with the help of Boxy there. Looks like he was able to pick that up. Now 3 members to Odium left. That's all that's left between Alliance and the throne and being able to go into the upper bracket finals here. The Reshuffle Madness. The Weaver pops BKB in the back lines. They manage to find the real Arc Warden, but it is the Throne Dead. Alliance will move forward, taking down Odium.
Surprisingly close game, actually. The Anti-Mage really making that one hard. And I've been praising Maposhka all day, but I do feel like his item build was a huge detriment to them that game. The Greaves is cool and all, but against the Nullifier, complete hard counter, and it happened consistently in so many of these fights. Nullified, silenced, and I'm just looking at his items like he's dead. There's literally nothing he can do.
Yeah.
If he has a Black King bar maybe, or maybe a Lincoln Sphere in the Greaves, it's a better circumstance. But man, Enigmas are just not feeling like the hero in some of these late game situations because pro teams are so good at not grouping up and getting like 5-man Black Hold.
Alliance, they really had to grind for it. They played a series earlier today that went to a late game 3 as well, so I'm sure they're pretty knackered, but they pull through. Shows the mental fortitude strength of this team to be able to pull through in these clutch game 3s. So, well played by them. We will see them in the upper bracket. They will face the winner of Furzy versus Empire.
I can verify
Who won
this.
earlier today?
Final Tribe.
Final Tribe. That's
yes.
right. So those are the only two European teams in this tournament. The other 6 are CIS teams, and they are both in the upper brackets still. So we'll see how they do tomorrow. We're going to see Furzy and Final Tribe in some of the lower bracket games, but that is it for the day. Thank you so much, especially those of you who stuck with us through the entire day. It was a long one. Thank you, Kevin. You're gonna be done?
I think I'm done. I think I'm never coming back again. Pretty sure.
Wow.
For this tournament.
The cast was that bad, me and you?
No, it was great. I'm just very tired. I'm hitting my like micro sleep things, you know.
You just fall asleep
Yeah,
every
you
single
like-
time I start talking.
No, you just fall asleep once in a while. It's only happened like 3 times. That's all. This was not my sleepiest cast, but you know.
Thank you everyone
games,
for
though.
watching. Thanks, Rob, for being here
For wood swapping me.
and getting us wood plank.
You want a wood swap later, Rob, when we're done with this?
Wood2.jpg.
Let's
Be
go.
sure to check it out.
Practice together.
Oh, look, Kevin, we both swapped into wood pieces. We were never here all along.
Oh,
We're both really
Purge
sleepy
never
right
would have
now.
casted this poorly. Never.
All right, good night, guys.